Today we're going to look at the wisdom of not leaning upon your own understanding. I'll give you a couple of examples of this. I wonder if you've ever gone to a party or to a meeting with some people. Maybe you've come in late, you've come in, there's a conversation that's already happening in there, and you go in, you get your bearings for maybe 5 seconds, and then you launch in with some impeccable wisdom in the middle of that conversation, only to find out you had no idea what you were talking about because you had no idea about what the conversation was about. You see, there's a sense in that where you just haven't stopped long enough to just check yourself. You've relied upon your own understanding instead of just checking yourself a little bit and making sure that you knew what you were talking about. Let me use a personal example. It's only a few moments ago I was up in an office and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what am I going to write to say in this video blog? So I'm sitting there and I'm typing away on my computer and I'm thinking, you know, I need a really good illustration of this whole thing about leaning upon your own understanding. What's a good illustration? I need something maybe funny, something that just really captures the idea really well, maybe a little bit of a surprise, and it's not coming. That illustration, that example is not coming to me. You know what's happening? I'm progressively getting a little bit more stressed, just bit by bit, more anxious bit by bit, and you know, it suddenly just occurs to me, I didn't even ask God for help. Here I am writing a blog about relying upon your own understanding, and I'm relying upon my own understanding, and it's not going well. And what about this one? It wasn't that long ago I was talking to this lady. This lady had some people sin against her in quite an intense way. They'd kind of done some stuff that had really hurt her, and she was a victim. It was a really tough situation. And I don't for a second think that there's any words or any things that could be said that would just make that situation disappear. But she's in this tough situation, and I just asked her, I said, listen, have you even talked to God about your situation? You know what she said to me? She said, no, I haven't, and I don't want to. And so I just encouraged her. I said, that would be a good thing to talk to God about. Talk to God about the struggle that you're in, the difficulty that you're in. Ask Him for help in the middle of your difficulty. She said, no, I don't want to do that. And this is what she said to me. She said, I want to work out what's going on in my situation. I want to work it out. I want to work out a way forward in it, and then I'll talk to God. And very gently, I just said to her, that's not going to work very well, because that's not the way that you were created. See, no one was created to be independent of God. Everyone was created to depend upon Him, to walk alongside Him. She wasn't created to be independent and work through her hurt on her own. She was created to walk with God alongside Him and have Him walk with her as she processes that hurt. You know, Proverbs 3 verse 5 and 6 says this, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not upon your own understanding. You see, we lean upon our own understanding way too often, and when we do that, we forsake the help that could be ours. You see, Jesus came and He died on the cross, and in dying on the cross, He actually says to us, if we're His children, He actually says to us, you're never alone. You're never ever alone. So why would we act like we're alone? Why would we act like we don't need Him? Why would we lean upon our own understanding? See, wisdom says, don't do that. Wisdom says, lean upon God.